knives, but it will be the Ahri, so he has a way out of that engage if he does go in.
Definitely seems like a very heavy dive composition here. P1 is actually up in gold, largely because of the amount of time.
Ooh. At least they made it fast.
Yeah, Olay's gonna go down and aware of it.
That ward, there's two behind. There's one actually in front right on Olay. Ryu rather getting hit up pretty hard. Pole belts are just around the corner. Shockwave is up as P1 has to stay split. It's been the coast-to-coast walk from Flame, calling in the teleport now from Zig. They're going to meet each other as well. Inori is waiting for his teammate before they do anything as they all eye the Rift Herald. It's going in the favor of Immortals. They turn on to Flame for the for sure kill, but is it for sure? And who gets Rift Herald? That goes over to Xmithy.
And no one has actually picked it up yet. They smited it away, but Immortals now need to push them back, and they will get the Rift Herald in a pretty crazy fight.
He's got a Kha'Zix, a Shen, possibly an Ahri diving into him. We're going to go ahead and delete that Kha'Zix out of that equation. Inori goes down. Great job by Immortals being inside the jungle. Shockwave finally coming out of pole belter. Ryu's going to get soloed out as he tries to take control of the top lane.
Inner turret as well.
Fight to the mid lane. Chain of Corruptions on to Cody's. Here comes the teleport in. They're going to put 3 in the mid. Now Flame might have himself in a bad spot, but he is drawing members down, which means top lane.
That was a really good catch there from Arrow. I mean, that was really the one vulnerability, but they're going in.
Flame lighting things up. Let's see if he stays alive in this one. He's going to get taunted. Flag and drag in as well. Zig under the turret, and Flame's going to get hit with a piercing arrow from Arrow. Rather get killed by Shady. In everything we've seen, these teams have been in each other's faces, left and right. And Immortals showing a bit of consistency here in the early game to keep down P1, but now getting caught is going to mix things up, puts Immortals in a sticky situation. And that's going to be Xmithy going down. Now P1 using this time. They're going to go ahead.
Global map pressure that Shen has.
And we see that flip side in the build of Flame. We might see a dead Cody's as well. Wild Growth goes down as Xmithy tries to answer back.
I think that would be the better choice. What? Instead of getting so aggressive here.
Is happening right now. Zig goes down. The team leaves him. And it looks like Immortals is going to be able to walk out of this. No, gets back charmed on the rappel down. Flame now tries to go in the fight, one after the other into I think I can situation, but they can't. And now a 2-for-1 is.
I was down 2 levels, and it looks like Ryu's going in.
Gets it onto Cody's. That's going to be him going down. Ryu gets that kill. Wasn't sure if it was going to be Arrow with the shots. Oh, Immortals trying to call the Baron bluff.
And we're not doing it. Don't worry. There yet. They're going to go for a steal. Let's see if it happens.
Ryu's in, throws it over. Inori's going to take Baron away from Immortals. Can they continue to go for the fight? Spear rush used by Ryu, and they're going to try to route down the outside. They do not. Immortals trying to use that split second. They got in, got the vision, tried to use the vision.
And like that over and over, and look to do that damage.
Interesting engage. Could have got more damage on the turret, but they want damage onto Flame so he can't defend it. Inori gets zeroed out. One more ball move. And Inori does go down. A few highs, a few lows. It's a mix of a game. It's a mix of a game.
I mean, he just straight up stepped on the trap. I guess he had his sunglasses on or something. Couldn't see.
Hit on to Ryu. Ryu gets out with a spear rush. Flame's trying to get. Flame is hit. Trying to dodge and serpentine his way out of a charm. Gets himself a Wild Growth and to safety. But now you're looking at an 8,000 gold lead. 7,000. As it ticks up here for Immortals. A shot over to Ryu, a sliver of health as the team limps away, trying to guard him. A teleport now coming in for Flame. Home guard's going to be the speed. Does he have... Oh, nice. Stopped immediately by the arrow of Arrow.
That was actually so well timed, and that's why so many teams try to send someone over to zone out the jungler to stop them from making a 50-50, and it's why P1 right now is backing up, because they don't want to allow them to just have this 50-50, but Immortals is moving in to try to take it themselves. We'll see if they go for the smite fight.
Inori in there, 4,400 HP still. Cody's very low. Ryu now trying to get out of the fight. Cody's ace in the hole. Again, won't take down Ryu right away, but that's going to be Xmithy falling. That means smite over to P1. A 3 Drake Elder Dragon. They lock it down, and now they're looking for more kills. Shockwave to stop back Arrow. Forced
to have an even fight when you have the advantage.
Almost a bait to want it. Zig feels comfortable getting up. Only a few more shots. Xmithy comes up. Just about half HP for him. His minions already onto the Nexus turrets. Got about 30 seconds on that mid down a Nexus turret. You have a Zig and 2 super minions. You're definitely going to be taking that one down, even if the wave spawns. He'll take hits from Flame, but I don't think he's going to turn away before that turret goes down. Now it's the choice of the rest of Immortals. What do they do?
Stand United did, and this should be a Phoenix1 Barret.
They may pull off for the fight. They do see Xmithy. They don't want him in for the repel. He's going to try anyways. 2,300 HP, a little too early, but he had to get in. There was no vision. There's not much you can do at that point. And Xmithy goes for broke base now.
Yeah, I mean, one thing definitely going for Immortals is the fact that Pobelter is super farmed. He has his death cap. He's 3-0. He's level 18. Like, if he can hit a really good shot, you need to make a big play now to stay alive in this game.
It's going to have to be a
play and go for it. Even if it's that 5% chance, it's better than the kind of 0% chance of winning when you actually are just sitting back and letting them push you in from all sides.
Mean, the scenario is they're at the turret, but they're really not, right? It just went down. There was no retaliation. Something has to be done. This inhibitor will fall. Minions are going to be pouring in from every lane as P1 looks at the last Nexus turret.
And they're finally going in on Arrow.
Flame gets hit, taunted up. The rest of the team pulling back, not having the shockwave come in yet. There's an entire team, but it cannot get Pobelter close enough to get that shockwave in. And it looks like now they defend the Nexus. The members of P1 looking for more kills. That's going to be Ole going down. Cody Sun, Xmithy, and Pobelter on the backside of this one. In the Nexus turret, down to 10% HP. One last shot for P1, and they take game 1 over Immortals.
Yeah, well-played game from P1. Immortals just not really able to get anything going this time. In that 1v1, it can be very, very strong. So Pobelter should have the advantage there. You would expect that Flame should have the early advantage against Zig. But that said, they may actually try to do a delayed attack here onto Xmithy, but there's 3 members up here. And
missed. Cosmic Binding taken down to
down.
Nori. It's going to Flame. Is that going to be first blood for him? There is no smite here. His ghost is down, and so is a Nori to start things off. Exactly what Immortals needed. And now they're going to be pushing through. A kill to possibly come through on Zig. He's got Scarl to hop off. May not be a chase after that. Seeing that pressure towards mid, that means P1 going hard in the bot lane. Ole, big damage. That's a headshot. Caliber net backwards, the Ignite is down. That's the kill pressure we were just talking about. With Summoners down, they focus Ole, possibly focusing Cody.
Keep that in mind, he doesn't have any items, so he's not particularly strong, but Zig moving forward, he's gonna get jumped on.
What a great bait by Flame coming in on this one. Will not get Scarl back, and Zig goes down with teleport down as well.
So you kind of have to really move around the map, and they're going for this play right now.
Oh, they're moving and shaking, baby. Arrow now the focus on this. Flashing forward, there's the help as well. Level 5s, no level 6s here just yet, and Nori is gonna make his way over to Ole. Ole flashes out, and now it's Flame that has come down. Ryu picks up a kill for himself as it's just a scatter for Immortals in the end, not knowing a Nori was in the jungle.
Oh, Xmithy does hit the cocoon.
Doesn't look like it's ended. They're still going for the fight. A shockwave hits Flame, doesn't do much damage. This is going to be a Nori going down, and now Flame coming up huge. Ryu's going to get taken down with one more swipe, and Shady. Arrow's also in a bad spot, looking for the execute. Nobody gets the auto on him. Cody's son diving deep, puts the snorkel on. He goes down, and it looks like, I should say Zig, as he goes down now. Cody's son trying to stay alive.
That's
with
an
Zig
ace.
diving him.
An 8-minute ace.
Absolutely ridiculous.
In first place, but the fact that he's already there gives up an execute instead of a kill.
We're going right through the batting order again. Pobelter picks himself up a kill. Shockwave is down, and Immortals activate on.
Just go for them again. They're so far up. There's no turret here. You're not safe, and Elise is back again.
And that is why they took the Varus, the Elise to begin. Unfortunately, it cannot continue this time. One safety minion up. Are they going to take it? Pobelter goes to the wall. Oh, finds Arrow. The kiss of death coming in immediately. The charm saved up for Shady. They're going to go 2 on this one. And Pobelter looking to get it. Cody's son will secure that one, if you will. Ryu trying to push mid lane. He is one.
You have a Bard versus a Lulu. You have, the Elise is going Moby Boots and getting picked off.
You don't have an Elise at the moment, actually. 30 seconds on the clock for
Immortals to match up. So despite their early game success, they need to get more, and they're trying to do that.
Nice slice and dice, keeping on the front side of the fight. Ole could get a long Cosmic Binding now against the turret. Doesn't find it. Actually, Scarl popped off, but they're still going to get Zig. I've actually never seen him have this much trouble from a team on Cliff.
Champions, and it's something that Immortals kind of had lacked for a time. Yeah. That playmaking player, someone to look to make something happen. And I like the fact they're putting him on a comfort pick here, and he's getting something done.
2 Rift Herald.
Through a Shockwave, through this Caitlyn trap line, and expect for it to work.
There's a Shockwave that hit. We haven't really seen the damage yet.
Pobelter has so much AP now. If he catches anyone, he can kill them off.
Oh, Cody's son being torn apart right now by Anori, but Anori gets turned around on. Xmithy dodging the ball. Ole over the wall. He's going to be a bit of a chase now with that shrine behind him for speed as well. And it looks like, again, the teams separate, not fully knowing what their initiation or the end result
so low,
will be. Inori in a bad spot. He's got Zig just next to him. Pobelter misses the charm over the wall, but he gets the Orbit Deception on the return. Hitting Inori. Flame goes in, takes a few shots. Arrow throws out the Peacemaker, but cannot find that result. And now Zig just missing out on the Cocoon. A shield from Shady.
Fight this. It's going to go down fast.
Ball vision. Huge damage to Ole. Moves it in. Doesn't have a shockwave position on that. 2,000 health on the Baron. That's the hit to Xmithy. Flames out with a sliver of HP and probably calling the team over as well. They can't afford to fight. Pobelter going in huge. Xmithy picks up the kill. Arrow now doing what he can. He does have Shady on his back. Zig says we can fight this, and the team is there with him. Pobelter gonna go ahead and pray for this one. He's going down. A kill to Arrow, but they do.
Yeah, they're able to survive, and top lane is being pressured. Ryu is here. I don't know if he can take this 1v1. We'll see.
There's Shockwave on himself. Throws down the sombrero for the party. And a slow walkout. The redemption coming in.
Yeah, he should be okay. Bard is coming here as well. I don't know if Ryu's going to keep going.
They're going to fight for it. Oh, hit comes in. One more onto Pobelter. The Guardian, or I'm sorry, onto Ryu. The Guardian Angel is procced up. Slice and dice through.
On the Infernal, if 3 Infernals wasn't enough, you add in the Elder, you get 50% more on top of that. They are so ridiculously strong.
Sure, its trap line is out, but it's only going to do so much. If they lock down the turret, Ole over the wall. He's going to start drawing in a fight, but that allows the back line to get hit, and Pobelter takes that advantage immediately. Turret goes down, so does Ole. Is it hashtag worth? We'll have to find out.
Yeah, I mean, Ryu is back up, so they're going to look for the miracle fight. They need a good shockwave. Can they get it?
And Righteous Glory there as well for the team to use if they need more catch. Xmithy taking the damage. The repel is straight down as he has nowhere to go. Flashes over the wall, taking one shot. The charm, are they going back in? They do! They take down Ryu. He's out. Zig, very, very low, waiting to get Scarl. One more attack, but he can't get in. And it does not look like anybody else is going to get the shot that they need. Flame right the odds because Immortals has been at the front door of that base.
Oh, that Bard ultimate.
That was a flash as well. Shady is definitely stuck if he gets hit. Cosmic Binding missing on the outside. Ryu may not have much longer to live. Wild Gaze coming in from Shady as he can, and he gets taken down instantly by Flame. Zig and the rest of the
still
team
alive,
very
though.
low on the backside. Can he hit? No. Arrow does have red. He can kite himself out, but there may be too many members to kite out as it's only Arrow and Ryu alive. Immortals is in the base.
They are, and they have the minion wave there. They're going to get at least one more inhibitor, but P1 is going to heal back up. They're going to get back out there, and these are some low health bars for Immortals, so it's a little bit risky if they stick around. We'll see if they try to go for the end.
30 seconds, no shockwave. Arrow can still deliver that damage. The trap line is set, and the headshots could be the catalyst to keeping the base alive. Xmithy goes down. The ball will not reach. No dissonance damage to follow through. Arrow in a bad spot now. He finds 2 members of Immortals. The Nexus is now going to be in the eyes of Immortals. And 20-9 in a turnaround game 2. Immortals brings us to a game 3.
Well played from Immortals. I mean, they did what they needed to do. They did have some trouble closing it kind of as expected. So, wow, Talia.
Not a bad matchup. Usually gets pushed in a little bit, but Pobelter wouldn't have too much trouble.
That's the kind of play you want to see.
So is this actually now on Immortals? Obviously they're scaling up a little bit as well. I was going to say to make a move, and they are going to. Pobelter hit over Unraveled Earth, but they're able to drop Inori immediately as they start working the ground, forcing the flash.
That's very good for them. Smithy gonna look for the steal.
The sweeper cooldown almost gets it on the barrel, gets closed up. Looks like Xmithy may be able to get himself over the wall. Inori kind of wanted the kill, but then bailed out knowing it would be a problem. Great heal by Arrow, getting there in time. The wall coming in as Ryu starts to weave the team some kills, and that gets Arrow going. The Kog'Maw finds a kill after a
shockwave and flash.
Phase. Xmithy very low. No delivery. That's going to be taken one down, and there goes Ryu. A kill picked up and the retribution back. So Pobelter gets them off. But Zig, however, is roaming down. A good hit onto Ryu, instantly found in the jungle. So Xmithy,
player, he's a guy who has a lot of flexibility.
Double flash.
Oh my god, that damage.
Super double flash. Xmithy finds himself in a real bad spot. Living Artillery bops him on the head, takes him down, and Nori is gone as well. Jungler's out.
Karma shield, the Orianna shield, and the Stand United. Like, he had so many shields, and he just got taken out, and now Cody's in trouble.
Want to shield with your shield? Flash over the wall. This is Ryu. He's got movement speed around the rocks. The jungle is where Talia lives. Throw down the rock. One more. One, maybe. Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you got the kill on that, Zig ults in.
Whatsoever. So Ryu's going to have to come down. We'll see if they look to go for a play here. Bowser could 1v2 against Shockwave.
Oh, the true surf from coast to coast. Ryu going to Rift Herald all the way down.
This. Stand United is not available, so they're feeling more confident to play aggressive.
They're trying to get Xmithie out of the fight first. Like, they don't even care about Ole's health. They're saying if we get the jungler low, he can't get in the fight. How about dead if they can? But a great ultimate from Xmithie before he goes down. He'll be able to get away from the Cathy and surprise. And there's the double kill from Cody's son. Another one coming in from Pobelter. And now they're on the chase for
Pobelter's in base, but he gets back in time, and he's able to get so much done. Hits the key ultimate and has really been so big for the team this game.
Ooh, the flash out as well. The turn from Ole as soon as Inori's Spiderlings died off. That's what he needed. And Volatile Spider not giving him enough damage.
Insane at 20 minutes. Over 7,000 up. They're pushing the top lane turret as well. Inori's still caught here. Probably going to go down to Pobelter. Yeah, that's that. Oh. Pobelter had tried to get Pobelter. Whole team coming up.
Oh, there's the hit. It did pull Inori topside. He's going to be able to bring it back to himself. The dissonance was not used for Pobelter. A wall actually helps him out a little bit and allows Immortals to come back in. Ryu stopping his team from getting a full engage. A nice Soul Flare to stop and slow P1 as they try to get out of this. The back line exposed to Xmithie. Now the front line to the rest of the team. And a double kill dissonance coming in for Pobelter. 3 members of P1 in their eyes. Bot lane pushing. They'll make it. That's going to help a little bit. Cody's son will eat that Acathian surprise, so P1 has a bit of breathing room there, but already open inhibitor, not like it matters too much.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the taunt flash, take down arrow, and now they can probably get at least this top inhibitor. You'd think that they could move down and take the second inhibitor tier 2, because their item advantage is so massive.
A lot of it at this point has been,
you know, definitely one of the top half AD carries.
Airborne is Ryu. He hit the ground and he hit the ground running. He's going to be able to make a double taunt on the backside. Shady and Inori both locked up in the fight as arrows.
No way for P1 to really respond. They're just going to go straight for the Nexus.
And they're even taunting on. They know they can take the fight and the turrets all together. Super minions crashing in from the top side. Inhibitor in the mid to be taken down. Looks like they're going to walk on by it. There goes Arrow doing what he can now with the Cathy and surprise. It's not going to be enough. And Immortals, after going down in game 1, are able to take 2 of their own and take down P1 on day 1 of the summer split.
It's a big win for them. New team, Xmithie coming in. You're playing a 3rd place team from last split. They lose game 1, but they're able to come back and win. And Xmithie was so good in this last game. I mean, yes, it's Pobelter who got extremely fed, and he's the one who's going to look like the star in the later stages of the game, and Pobelter played very well.